Aaron Rourke just achieved the impossible dream, and I am furious that WWE buried this phenomenal 15-minute championship match on their developmental brand Evolve instead of showcasing it on NXT, because the emotional WWE ID prospect who joined the company in November 2024 just defeated Jackson Drake to capture the WWE Evolve Championship with a molly-go-round finisher despite interference from the Vanity Project's Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes, ending Drake's historic 301-day inaugural reign. That included 12 successful title defenses on the 18th of March 2026 at the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. The wrestler inspired by Lita and Trish Stratus overcame every obstacle to win his first championship in WWE as the entire babyface locker room rushed the ring to celebrate, while announcer Peter Rosenberg called it a moment that made him believe the challenger was finished multiple times during near falls. And here's what has me absolutely enraged: Torture's Wade Miller rated this match as nothing short of phenomenal and said if you haven't caught Evolve in a while, this is the show to check out simply for this one match. Yet WWE gives Evolve zero promotion compared to NXT, meaning most fans will never see this incredible title change. If you think Aaron Rourke is WWE's next breakout star, or if you believe he's being wasted on a show nobody watches, drop your take in the comments right now, because what I'm about to break down will show you why this match might be the best thing WWE produced in March 2026. Part 1: Who is Aaron Rourke? The Journey to Evolve. Before we break down the championship match, let me tell you about Aaron Rourke because his story is inspiring. The WWE ID program. Aaron Rourke was announced as a WWE ID recruit in November 2024. The WWE ID Independent Development Program allows wrestlers to train at independent promotions, receive WWE support and resources, eventually transition to WWE's developmental system, potentially move up to NXT and main roster. First trivia question for the comments: the WWE ID program partners with independent promotions to develop talent. Can you name at least 2 independent promotions that are part of WWE ID? List them. His inspirations. According to multiple sources, Aaron Rourke draws inspiration from WWE legends: Lita, Hall of Famer, pioneer of women's wrestling; Trish Stratus, 7-time women's champion, Hall of Famer. Rourke has studied their matches, interviewed them about their journeys, and modeled his approach after their careers. Their emotional backstory. According to PW Torch, all of the interviews with Rourke where he spoke of feeling out of place until he discovered professional wrestling built interest in his quest to become champion. Rourke has talked openly about feeling like he didn't belong anywhere, struggling to find his purpose, discovering wrestling and finding his calling, using wrestling to overcome personal challenges. This isn't just a championship win, it's validation for someone who found himself through wrestling. Second question: Aaron Rourke's finishing move is called the molly-go-round. Can you describe what type of move this is? Answer in the comments. Part 2: Jackson Drake's historic reign, 301 days. Now let's talk about the champion Aaron Rourke had to defeat. Jackson Drake's championship history. Jackson Drake was the inaugural WWE Evolve champion. He won the title on the 4th of June 2025 in a fatal 4-way match by defeating Sean Legacy, Kiana Carver, Edris Enouf. Drake held the championship for 301 days, over 10 months. Third question: Jackson Drake is a member of which Evolve faction alongside Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes? Name the stable. The 12 successful title defenses. During his 301-day reign, Jackson Drake defended the Evolve Championship 12 times. Notable defenses included vs Sean Legacy Revenge Match, vs Kiana Carver Rematch, vs Sean Legacy at NXT Gold Rush Cross-Brand Appearance, vs various challenges throughout 2025 to 2026. Drake was positioned as the face of Evolve. He was unbeatable. He seemed destined to hold the title forever. The Vanity Project. Drake is part of the Vanity Project stable with Brad Baylor, Swipe Right member, Ricky Smokes, Swipe Right member. The Vanity Project has been described as confident, arrogant, and believing they are better than everyone. They hang out in their converted dorm room and talk about how great they are. Fourth question: The Vanity Project recently appeared on which WWE brand alongside Jackson Drake on the 13th of January 2026? Name the brand. Part 3: The championship match, 15 minutes of perfection. Now let's break down the actual match. The pre-match. According to reports, Jackson Drake cut a promo earlier in the show. He was hanging out with the Vanity Project in their dorm room. He vowed to successfully defend his Evolve title against Aaron Rourke. Drake was confident he would retain. The opening. According to PW Torch, the match started with a tie-up. Both men felt each other out. Drake used his experience as champion. Rourke used his hunger as challenger. Fifth question, WWE Evolve tapes at the WWE Performance Center. The Performance Center is located in which Florida city? Name the city. The mid-match. The match built gradually over 15 minutes. According to PW Torch critic Wade Miller, both men were on top of their game and told a compelling story. The storytelling was exceptional. Drake's veteran tactics vs Rourke's determination. Rourke's emotional journey to overcome adversity. Drake's desperation to keep his historic reign alive. The interference. This is where things got complicated. Brad Baylor and Ricky Smoke swipe right. The Vanity Project members interfered. According to multiple sources, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes interfered on behalf of their fellow Vanity Project member. They tried to help Drake retain, but Rourke overcame all adversities. Sixth question, Brad Baylor and Ricky Smokes are collectively known by what tag team name? Answer in the comments. The near falls. According to PW Torch, usually, when announcers make it seem a foregone conclusion that the challenger is done, you automatically know he's going to kick out. This time, Peter Rosenberg and Blake Howard were able to pull it off and even had me believing Rourke was done. The announcers made fans believe Rourke was finished. Multiple near falls had the crowd on the edge of their seats. The finish, Aaron Rourke hit the Molligo round. He covered Jackson Drake. 1, 2, 3, and new champion. Part 4. The celebration, an emotional moment. After the 3 count, history was made. The crowd reaction. According to PW Torch, the crowd literally exploded when the referee's hand slapped the mat for the 3rd time. The WWE Performance Center crowd went wild. Fans were on their feet. This was a special moment. 7th question, WWE Evolve airs for free on which streaming platform? Name the service where you can watch Evolve. The Locker Room Celebration. According to multiple sources, after the match, an emotional Rourke was joined by the entire babyface locker room to celebrate his championship victory. Every babyface wrestler on Evolve came out. They hugged Rourke, celebrated with him, lifted him on their shoulders, created an emotional scene. The Mike Cunningham moment. According to the Ring Report, there was a moment where he dropped the title and it was picked up by Mike Cunningham, who took a moment to look it over before handing it back to Rourke, teasing a potential feud in the future. Mike Cunningham picked up the fallen championship, looked at it longingly, handed it back to Rourke, teased a future challenge. This sets up Rourke's first title defense. Part 5, the critical acclaim, nothing short of phenomenal. Now let's talk about the reception. Wade Miller's review. PW Torch. This match was nothing short of phenomenal. Both men were on top of their game and told a compelling story. If you haven't caught Evolve in a while, this is the show to check out simply for this one match. Outstanding. Miller gave this match his highest praise. He said it was worth watching Evolve just for this match. The comparison. Miller noted not to discount the efforts of the talent who participated in the first 2 matches, but that main event completely overshadowed the rest of the show. The other matches on the show, Cam Hendricks vs Dante Chen, Laney Luck vs Cena Sterling, both were solid, but the main event was on another level. Final question, after reading this entire breakdown, do you think Aaron Rourke should be moved to NXT immediately, or should he defend the Evolve Championship for a while first? Give your take. Part 6, what's next for Aaron Rourke? Now let's speculate about Rourke's future. Potential storylines. Mike Cunningham challenge already teased when he looked at the belt. The Vanity Project revenge. Drake will want a rematch. New challengers. Other Evolve wrestlers will step up. NXT crossovers. Evolve champion could face NXT wrestlers. The Timothy Thatcher factor. Timothy Thatcher is the new foreman general manager of Evolve. According to reports, Thatcher said he'll deal with the vacated Evolve Women's Championship next week. Thatcher has plans for Evolve's future. Rourke is now the centerpiece of those plans. The WWE ID Showcase. In 2 weeks, Evolve will have a special episode showcasing new WWE ID prospects, European talent. Rourke will be positioned as the face of WWE ID as champion. Conclusion. The American dream realized. Aaron Rourke defeated Jackson Drake on the 18th of March 2026. 15 minutes of phenomenal wrestling. Molligo round for the victory. Overcame Vanity Project interference. Ended Drake's 301-day inaugural reign. Won his first championship in WWE. The entire babyface locker room celebrated. The crowd exploded. PW Torch called it nothing short of phenomenal. This is the best Evolve match of 2026. Aaron Rourke's journey. Felt out of place until discovering wrestling. Joined WWE ID in November 2024. Inspired by Lita and Trish Stratus, chased the Evolve Championship, achieved his dream. Now he faces new challenges. Mike Cunningham wants the title, the Vanity Project wants revenge, NXT might come calling. But for one night, Aaron Rourke was the story, the emotional WWE ID prospect who believed. A new WWE Evolve champion. Smash that like button if you think Rourke is a future star. Subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 for WWE coverage. Drop your takes. Should Rourke move to NXT? Who should challenge him first? Is Evolve worth watching? Let's debate. I'll catch you in the next one.